Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this class number 47, we are going to learn the concept of destructuring in Rust programming language. This concept is very much famous in JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can easily understand concept of destructuring. But if you don't know JavaScript, don't worry, I am going to make you understand in Rust programming language how to do destructuring with array, tuple, structure, role of aliases, dot dot, and difference between dot dot and underscore. That all concept we are going to understand. So here I have already project. Here I have created the file in module folder destruct. In this I have a function get underscore destruct, and in mode also I have changed the name of this, and in main I am just calling this. Remember that it's the same as we do in modular programming in Rust programming language. Now I just create array first of all. So I say let, I say here data of, here I say I32, and here I say 4 value I am going to store here. So here I store 10, 20, 30, 40 that I am going to use it. Remember, so like that we are defining here array. So if I display this, so it's very simple. I say print and I say value of data at index 1. So I can display this value like I say data 1. Remember that it's a simple one array, we have used this earlier. So here I run my application cargo run, and you will see that value of this is 20. No problem at all. But if I want to use destructuring and I want to get all the values in a variable, so how I can do? So here I say let here A, B, C and D, and here I say data. Remember that? So all values I have here, and here I am going to use it. So I say if I want to use B value, so I say B. Remember that, and I try to run it. You see values there. But if I am not using these value, remember, if these value I am not using, then it's showing a warning that you have to define it by using like that, because you are not using this value, so you have to define like this as a hidden variable that you are not using this value. Remember that. So like that we have to define if I am not using. Remember that this is for hidden variable, but if I use this without using variable name, remember that means I don't want this A and D value, means this index, 0 index and third index I don't want. I want B and C only. So I can define here B and C at index 1 and 2, and here I just need to call it like this. So once again I try to execute it, and you see that we have to remove this also because I am using C now, and you see that I am using 20 and 30, means second and third value we are reading here by using destructuring, and because we are using here underscore, so we are ignoring these index number 0 and index number third value from this array. Remember that, understand the value, what is the use of this underscore, and what is the difference between dot dot, that I am going to explain in this video later on. So first thing, how to use array for destructuring. Now I need to create tuple, so I say value, and here I say tuple of 1, 2, 3, 4. These value I am passing in tuple. Automatically it defining this, all are I32. Now if I want to get these values, so what I do, I say in tuple structure, I say x, y, z. 4 are there, so I say w, x, y and z. 4 values are there, and I say values, value. Like this we are getting destructuring. Remember that. Now I just make a copy of this and I display this here, and here I say value at index 1 and 3, and here I say x and y. Because I am not using these value first one, so I can ignore it also. Remember that I can ignore this also. I am using xy value, so I am not ignoring this. Now I try to run it, and you see that again we have the same type of output from the tuple also. Remember that, destructuring with array and tuple. Now we go for structure. For that I need to define a structure, so I say here struct, and I say here sum. Structure name is sum, so I say num1, remember, and here I say num1 of I32, then I say num2 of I32, I say num3 of I32. Remember that this is the structure which I am creating here. Now with the help of this I create variable. So I say let r, or I can say s for sum, and I say sum. Here I say num1 is 10, num2 is 20, and I say num3 is 30, like this. And I need to use structure curly bracket, remember that. So this is the structure. Now how to call these variables? So I say print ln, simple one, and I say num1 equal to, like this, s dot num1 I can call, no problem at all. I can call like this, and if I execute it, it's a normal way, it will run, no problem at all. You see it is running. Now if I apply destructuring on this, so what I do, I say let sum. Here I say num1, num2, num3, remember, and that I say this is equal to s, remember that. All the values I am getting here. Now I want to display num1, so I say num1 is here. If I don't want num2, remember, so I can use again this symbol, but remember that it's generating error here. Why? Because here is possible, but here we are getting a problem that we can't use this. So here I need dot dot, remember that, and dot dot I am using here. That means this is also not required, remember that. This value we have to ignore because I am using dot dot. So by using this dot dot you can remove all the remaining values. Means suppose I want a num2 also, so I say num2 we are getting, remember that here, but I am ignoring what? I am ignoring num3. But if I want num3 like this, and I am ignoring num2, so I can also ignore by this dot dot. So within a structure we need to specify dot dot for ignoring the values, and with tuple and structure we have to use underscore for ignoring a value, remember that. So 1 and third is there. I want 1, I want third, so I can say that num3 is equal to this, and here I can pass num3 also. Now I execute it, it will run perfectly without any problem. You see we have the value like this. Okay, now one thing is also that if this num2 is, suppose you want to change the name of this, so how you can do? You can say aliases, you say a for this, like this, means in place of this I say n1 in short, and in place of this I say n2 as a short. So here I can use n1 and this is n3, so I say n3. So I can use n1 and n3, and these variables are using as a aliases. Aliases means the duplicate name of this. I try to execute it, and you see that same output we have, but this time the variable name is n1 and n2. Actual name is num1 and num3, but this name I have given the alias name for this, so num1 and num3, remember that. So this is possible with this also. So here you can also define aliases, here you can also define aliases, but I am giving example to the structure only. So you can check yourself how to create aliases also for tuple and for array. But here I have explained you that what is destructuring and array and tuple, what is destructuring in structure, role of aliases I have explained, n1 n3 also, role of dot dot I have explained you that if you want to ignore rest of the value in a structure, and what is the difference between underscore and dot dot I have explained in just a live example. Everything is clear in front of you, all are running, everything is running here, so you can check yourself also. You will get more confidence in Rust programming language for destructuring. If you like it, please consider to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.